Demi, and it's Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival 2023. Today, I'm going to be giving you a full tour of this festival so you do not miss a thing when you come to Flower and Garden. I'm going to break this video down very simple for you to follow along. First, we're going to look at all of the activities and entertainment being offered here at the festival. Then we're going to look at all of the festival food booths. There are 34 new menu items for food this year, and we're going to try like a lot of the new menu items, like a lot of it. And then we're going to look at all of the festival merchandise, and it's gorgeous this year. So I'm super excited. Let's just get into it. Let's do Flower and Garden 2023, and let's go get into some hijinks. Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival 2023 runs from March 1st through July 5th. The first thing you need to do when you come to this festival is pick up a festival passport located at the front of the park and at some food booths as well. This is your guide to the festival. It tells you all the activities going on, all of the food booths and their menus, and then located at the very back of your festival passport is the Garden Graze. This is the food crawl of this festival, and it's all vegan food. You just need to make 5 purchases. It doesn't have to be, one of each. It can be 5 of the same one, and then you get a redemption prize. I'm going to have an entire video on the Garden Graze. I'm going to show you everything that is on this list so it can help you decide if this is something you should be doing, and that video will come out on Sunday, March 5th, so come back to the channel to check that out. You can pick up a festival gift card, and that way you can prepay all your amount that you'd like to spend at the festival, and then you don't have to keep going to your wallet. You just have this on your wrist all day, and it's super easy to pay. Plus, the design this year is just so awesome with that 70s feel. Okay, let's look at all of the activities and entertainment offered for Flower and Garden Festival. Flower and Garden Festival is most famous for its giant topiaries of Disney characters. So let's do rapid fire topiaries and locations. At the front entrance of Epcot, greeting us for this festival this year are the brand new Encanto topiaries. They are beautiful. Donald and Daisy are outside Connections Eatery. Buzz Lightyear is back in front of Mission Space. Outside of the Land Pavilion, back again is Woody and Bo Peep and her sheep. Figment is back right in front of his ride at Journey into Imagination. Across from Journey into Imagination, we have Timon and Pumbaa, and then next to them are the rest of the Lion King topiaries. Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip, and Dale on the bridge to World Showcase. Giant Goofy has been moved to World Showcase at the end of the bridge. The 3 Caballeros in Mexico. The Troll in Norway. Anna and Elsa in Norway. With the beautiful frosted snowflakes. The Panda Bears in China. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs in Germany. Lady and the Tramp in Italy, surrounded by all these beautiful flowers. Over in the American Adventure Pavilion is the other brand new topiary, Princess Tiana, and she is beautiful. I love the arch behind her. Do not forget to come over here and check her out. The Dragon in Japan. Miss Piggy and Kermit are now between France and Morocco. Belle and the Beast are back in France, as well as Lumiere and Cogsworth. In the UK, you have Winnie the Pooh, Rabbit, Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore. Tinkerbell in front of the fish and chip shop. You also have Peter Pan and Captain Hook, and then my favorite, he's back this year. It's the crocodile from Peter Pan. It's so cute. And finally, in Canada, we have Bambi, Thumper, and Flower. Next to Journey into Imagination, we have the Butterfly Landing. This is a trail where it has a bunch of different types of flowers and plants, but there are butterflies everywhere. It is so beautiful in here. You have so many flowers, obviously lots of different types of butterflies in here. You can learn about the butterfly life cycle in here, how to plant your own butterfly habitat and how to take care of it as well. It says there are 2 types of plants that you might find at the Butterfly House, host plants and nectar plants. Before they turn into butterflies, caterpillars need host plants for their food. Once their metamorphosis is complete, butterflies get their energy from drinking nectar. What's very cool is that Disney is helping the Atla butterfly, once believed to be extinct from Florida. They are releasing it into their native habitats. There's a bunch of different types of butterflies in here, butterflies with different colors, and if you come over here and turn the wheel, it tells you what each butterfly colors mean, like orange butterfly wings are a warning to predators, but green are the perfect wings for camouflage among leaves and foliage. Definitely a must-do for Flower and Garden Festival. It's so beautiful in here, and big thank you to Disney for letting me pop in here early so that you guys can get the best view possible. Here at Flower and Garden Festival, you will find a lot of different gardens located all around the park. But let me show you a few brand new ones and a couple of special gardens. Over in the UK, and if you're here, you might meet Alice in Wonderland or Mary Poppins, but this is the English Tea Garden, where you can do a self-guided tea tour. First, you're gonna head inside Twinings Tea, and you're gonna pick up your self-guided tea tour map. Follow the map and you're gonna find big cups of tea, what they are, and then you can read all about this type of tea in your guide. And once you're done, you're gonna head back inside Twinings for your prize. And they're gonna give you a few samples of some Twinings tea. In front of the Creation Shop, they have turned the little playground here into the family-friendly play garden. Basically, it's the same play area that is here, but they added some extra fun elements to it, like solve the riddle and find the object, butterflies and bees tic-tac-toe, and a turf checkered area to create your own games. Outside Creation Shop, you have the Songbird Meadow. You can hear the songbirds chirping. It's really beautiful, and it says, explore this garden to learn how you can help save the songbirds and ensure their survival for generations to come. Back over by Donald and Daisy outside of the Connections Eatery, you have the Community Garden. This represents community gardens everywhere, no matter how big or small, but community gardens do one thing: they bring people together. On the Center Bridge to World Showcase, we have Blossoms of Fragrance presented by Scentsy. Follow your nose through this scented garden and cherish lasting memories with help of fresh, unforgettable fragrances and many botanical varieties. We have fresh, citrus scented, and floral, and it really smells amazing here. And they're giving out spearmint seeds, and she gave me a bunch of them, and I'm super excited about this. The next activity you can do at Flower and Garden is the festival scavenger hunt. This festival is Spike's Pollination Exploration. You're gonna go around World Showcase and you're gonna find Spike the bee, and he's going to have an item with him. And you're going to pick up one of these maps. It's $9.99. You can go to Port of Entry, Creation Shop, other merchandise locations, and you're going to place the sticker on the correct spot on the map and then go back inside one of those merchandise locations for your prize. Here are the prizes this year. I absolutely love it. So unfortunately, it does not come as a set, but what you can do, if you would like, you can get 2 maps, and that way you can get 2 of every, you can get a set. So you can get the Spiked Bee set, you have the Snow White, the Figment, and the Orange Bird, but these are really cute prizes this year. The main entertainment for Flower and Garden Festival can be found here at the America Gardens Theater and the American Adventure Pavilion, and it is the Garden Rocks concert series happening at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. every day. Playing here will be some familiar favorites like Daughtry, Smash Mouth, the Pointer Sisters, Plain White Tees. Just check the Festival Passport. They have a QR code that can bring you right to the website that tells you who is playing on what night. And on select nights at select restaurants, you can book a dining package for this event where you dine at one of the restaurants and then have reserved seating. You can book that on the Disney World website. The last bit of entertainment happens at Spaceship Earth. There is a brand new light show featuring the music of Encanto. I will put the full video over on Patreon. Unfortunately, I cannot post here, otherwise I will get copyrighted, so hey, go check out the Patreon. Now, it started at 6:30 with this one, but there are a lot of other different light shows happening. So it didn't happen again until 7:20. There's a light show every 10 minutes, but you have Colors of the Wind, Epcot Beacons, the Epcot 40th one. So just be aware of that if you are specifically looking to see the Encanto one in person. All right, now let's check out all of the food that this festival has to offer. We are actually going to start out at the entrance to World Showcase, like if you were walking toward Mexico, because the Florida Fresh booth is back after a very long hiatus, and there is a lot of new food options available here. Returning to the Florida Fresh booth is the watermelon salad and the cucumber watermelon slushy. But what's new are the 2 street corns, the blackened fish slider and the strawberry shortcake. Now there is an error on this menu, and part of the Garden Graze there's an error. The top corn is not vegan and is not actually part of the Garden Graze. It's only the vegan option where it says plant-based cojita cheese. That's the one for the Garden Graze, and that is the vegan one. Here are the new menu items from Florida Fresh. First, we have the non-vegan grilled street corn on the cob with savory garlic spread and spicy corn chips. Next, we have the blackened fish slider with roasted tomatoes, watercress, and citrus remoulade on a brioche. And then here we have the Florida strawberry shortcake. And just so you can see the difference, this is the vegan corn, part of the Garden Graze. So come back for my Garden Graze video to be able to see if this is good or not. But please make sure you realize that this one with the savory garlic spread and corn chips is not vegan and not part of the Garden Graze. All right, let's dig in. Okay, let's first try the corn. I really like this a lot. You get a lot of nice crunch between the crunchies on top and the bite of the corn, which is cooked really, really well. And you do get the heat and it kind of keeps coming. It's not like too hot, but if you are not great with heat, then you may want to skip on this. And you can definitely tell that this is not vegan because you can taste the butter in this, but it's really good and you get some nice citrusy flavors. I really like this one and I recommend it. All right, let's try the blackened fish. This is the inside. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I hope I do. I'm not the biggest fish fan. Ooh, but I like that actually. It's salty, but that blackened flavor is really, really good. And then you get this like creamy like sauce on there. I like this a lot. It's definitely not for everyone, that blackened like flavor on here, but I'm very much enjoying this. And I'm not the biggest fish eater, like I said. Pretty good. All right, I'm super excited to try this strawberry shortcake. I like how it's like a sandwich. I love a strawberry shortcake. This is gonna be messy. Oh, that's so good. The cream is so creamy, and then that's a fresh strawberry on there. So you get that strawberry like shortcake from a fresh strawberry with the, you know, the maceratedness of the strawberry, and that's so good, so much good flavor. And then I love that this like bun on top is like all crystallized sugar on here. Has a nice bite to it, cooked really, really well. I love that. I think they did a really good job on the new menu items with the returning booth of Florida Fresh. Very good booth. Behind Florida Fresh is the Odyssey Pavilion, and they have moved the Citrus Blossom booth into this building, and it's a brand new menu. Definitely make sure to pop into the Odyssey even if you're not getting anything at this booth because it's so beautiful. They repainted that wall, they have the projections going on. It's so pretty in here and there's lots of great photo ops. Here is the menu for the Citrus Blossom booth. Also at this booth, you can pick up the Orange Bird Sipper. And what's so cool about this Orange Bird Sipper is that he is holding the original Orange Bird Sipper. You can get that on mobile order so you don't have to wait in long lines for him. You can also get the Orange Bird Golden Book here. First, we have the orange sesame tempura shrimp with orange chili sauce. Next, we have the citrus baked brie with preserved lemon marmalade, limoncello macerated blueberries, and spiced Marcona almonds. And finally, we have the lemon meringue pie, lemon curd, lemon mousse, and toasted meringue. With the Orange Bird Sipper, you can also get the orange lemon smoothie. It's a frozen lemon smoothie drink. Okay, let's try the shrimp tempura. Well, the bite I had was really good. The tempura is super crispy. The shrimp is cooked really well. And the orange sauce on there is excellent. It's very similar to a duck sauce. I'm very happy with it. I love me a savory option. I recommend this one. Let's try the brie. This is the inside. I love that hard shell on the top. I love brie with like sweet stuff. I do this a lot for holidays. Let's give it a try. Oh my God. Oh, that is so good. That blast of orange you get is unreal. That is incredible. It's not too sweet either. It's definitely on the sweeter side, but it's not like sweet, sugary sweet. It is excellent. And then the cheese itself is really like gooey and it just all works so well together. But wow, that orange flavor is awesome. Wow. I definitely recommend this one. That is really, really good. Okay, let's try the lemon meringue pie. That's the inside. That's so good. I love a lemon meringue pie. The tart itself is cooked really well. Not under or over. It's perfect. That lemon flavor is so there. And it's so citrusy. I love it. And then you have the creaminess of the marshmallow on top. That's really good. I think Citrus Blossom like hit it out of the park this year. I absolutely love this new menu. I recommend the entire booth. This whole thing was great. After the Odyssey building, we have across from Test Track, Brunchcot. This is the same booth from last year, except it has a very cool new name. There is a new menu item this year. It is the Lox Benedict on everything focaccia, which, like, let me tell you something, this is my Sunday breakfast right there. I mean, it's normally not a Benedict, but Lox, everything bagel. I'm from New York. That's my favorite. So I definitely want to give that a try. Plus, here's where we can get my favorite thing from the festival, the Fruit Loop Shake. Back again this year is the fried cinnamon roll bites and the shrimp and grits and the classic avocado toast, which is also a part of the Garden Graze. So come back for the Garden Graze video to check that out. The hype I have is unmatched. This is the Fruit Loop Shake. It's literally just like a vanilla shake with like Fruit Loops, so it makes it sweet. And I love that it's back to being blue. That was the color the first year when I fell in love with it. And apparently it's going to be changing constantly throughout the festivals for a total of 6 different colors. Last year it was pink on the first day. I am so excited. Here is the Lox Benedict on an everything focaccia. It looks so good. I cannot wait to dig into this. Let's pop her open. It looks so good, and I just realized you may not know what lox is. Lox is smoked salmon, mostly smoked. Sometimes you can get it brined, and it's called belly lox, and that's the kind of lox I prefer, but I am still very excited to have this. Yeah. I love that. That is a taste of home for me. That's so good. The lox is really good. It has a little saltiness to it. It's not like a bland, smoky smoked salmon. I like the focaccia bread. It has a good bite to it. The egg is really nice. This is so great. Obviously, it's Brunchcot for a reason. If you're looking to do like your first booth of the day when the booths open at 11, that is definitely a great place to start. And this is a great brunch item. If you've never tried lox before, I highly recommend you trying it because you may end up loving it like I do. But bring some napkins because it gets kind of all over the place. But this is so delicious. All right, but now I'm so excited. This has always been my favorite of this festival. It's just so good. Like, imagine eating Fruit Loops and then just make it into a milkshake. It's literally what it is. It's because, you know, when you eat cereal and it gets in the milk and then the milk becomes that flavor, that's literally this, but in a shake. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's probably still my favorite thing at the festival. I absolutely love this. 10 out of 10 recommend for the Fruit Loop Shake, 100%. Up the path from Brunchcot is Farmer's Feast. There is one new menu item on here this year, and it is the spiced cake for $4.50. Over at Starbucks in Connections Eatery is the Orange Bird Legion Waffle. It's the Legion Waffle that they serve over at Connections, but they made it all beautifully Orange Bird. Outside of the Land Pavilion is the Land Cart, and they have some festival offerings this year. It is similar to the normal menu that is here. They did add the cookies and cream chocolate mousse cup, which is normally inside the Land Pavilion at Sunshine Seasons, but that is now part of the Garden Graze, so come back for the Garden Graze video to check it out. Down the pathway, walking toward World Showcase, is the Honey Bistro booth. And what's so cool, before that, they have a bunch of cool activities that you can do. How many bees are your height, which is pretty cool. You can learn about bees and take some fun photo ops as well. Here at the Honey Bistro, there are 2 new menu options and 1 returning one, but we're gonna get the whole menu because I didn't get to have the honey mascarpone cheesecake from last year, so we're gonna try everything here. Here is my haul from the Honey Bistro. So this is the returning menu item. This is the honey mascarpone cheesecake with honey, whipped cream, whipped honey, crystallized honey, honeycomb, dehydrated honey, and fennel pollen meringue. Then new this year is the chicken and waffles. It's crispy honey brine chicken and honey sweet cornbread waffle and whipped honey butter. It looks really, really good. And finally, this is the pollinator flatbread with honey, whipped mascarpone, honey caramelized onions, blueberry gastrique prosciutto, honey whipped goat cheese arugula, honey vinaigrette, and bee pollen. Lots of honey, and I'm super excited to try this menu out. All right, first let's try the flatbread. That's pretty good. I really like the combination of the prosciutto and the cheese and that little sweetness that it gives. The bread is pretty good. The ends are nice and crispy. It's pretty good. I would probably get it again. It's not like my favorite so far, but it's still pretty solid. All right, let's try the chicken and waffle. That is so good. That is so good. First of all, the chicken is really crispy, and then you have this really amazing honey flavor with it, and it goes so well. The waffle is like crispy on the edge, but then it's like, oh, it's right, it's cornbread. That's why it tastes so good. That cornbread flavor is phenomenal, and it's all kind of like broken up in here. Like, this is delicious. 100% recommend this. I would get this so many times over. I love this. Let's try the cheesecake. Oh my God, that is so cheesy. There's so much great flavor on there. I really love, I mean, it's all honey obviously, but it's really, really good flavors. They worked in the honey really well with everything in this booth. This specifically, the cheese is just super creamy, and that honey sweetness really just elevates it so much. Love this. This booth really, really hit it out of the park this year. I feel like I keep saying that. Honestly, we're having a very good foodie day. We're having a very good foodie day. I'm very impressed with this festival so far. Behind the Honey Bistro is the Pineapple Promenade. Back again this year is the spicy hot dog with the pineapple chutney. And they have a Dole Whip here, but this is also where you're going to come and redeem your Garden Graze prize. So we will be back here during the Garden Graze video. After Pineapple Promenade, back again this year is Trowel and Trellis, presented by Impossible. This entire menu is part of the Garden Graze. The boneless Impossible Korean short rib is back, but we have two new menu items, the Impossible Lumpia and the chocolate cake. And I will be covering both of those in the Garden Graze video, which will be out once again on Sunday, March 5th, so stay tuned. After Trowel and Trellis is Refreshment Port. This is here all year round serving up poutine, but for the festival they have a special poutine. It's the shrimp scampi poutine with cheese curds, lemon garlic cheese fondue, spinach, and artichokes. And it's never advertised, but they always have a festival special soft serve here, and this time it is peanut butter and jelly. After Refreshment Port, we have the Canada booth, Northern Bloom. Back again this year is the seared scallops and the beef tenderloin, but there is a new menu item. It is the chocolate maple whiskey cake. Here is the maple chocolate whiskey cake. It looks super chocolatey, ooey and gooey. Let's open it up. It is just all ooey gooey type of cake in here. Like when you move it, it's very soft to the touch, but let's give it a try. Oh my God, so chocolatey. That is like the most chocolate item I think I've ever eaten in my life. I'm not mad about it either. It's just very chocolatey and very, very, it's not liquidy because it's not liquidy. It's just it's soft. It's just very soft. It's good flavors. You can definitely taste that maple in there, and even has that like whiskey aroma. I guess it's all coming from like that maple flavor. It's very, very good, honestly, if you are into chocolate. It's a little rich, definitely very shareable. Chocolate people, like, this was made for you. Recommend 100% if you love chocolate. Made it to France for the France booth. Back again this year is the croissant with goat cheese, herbs, and roasted garlic. One of my favorites from the festival last year. Super cheesy, so much flavor. The pastry was nice and crispy. I highly recommend it. Also back again this year is the beignet with the vanilla cream and the caramel glaze. So delicious, highly recommend. New to the menu this year is a braised beef, rosemary, tomato, and gnocchi, and a chocolate tart with Valrhona chocolate, brownie, walnuts, and raspberry coulis. In between France and Morocco, back this year is La Isla Fresca. Two new menu items this year. First, we have the braised oxtail with pigeon pea rice, and then we have the sugarcane shrimp skewer with white rice, mango salsa, and coconut lime sauce. And then back again this year is the coconut tres leches, which is part of the Garden Grace, so come back to see that in that video. And also back this year is the tropical breeze drink. It's a frozen lemonade, grapefruit, and simple syrup. It was very refreshing. Drink it fast because it'll melt fast, but lovely grapefruit flavors, not too sweet, nice and tart, very good. Made it to Morocco, and the Tangerine Cafe is still being used as the festival booth here. Back again this year is the grilled kebab, but we have two new menu items. First is the hummus trio, which is part of the Garden Grace, so come back to see that in that video. And this new menu item, the orange blossom saffron cake, which we are gonna get right now. Here is the orange blossom saffron cake. It looks really good. I am super interested in trying this. Let's open it up first. So when I cut it open, the top part is like a hard shell. It looks so pretty. I love all the colors. Let's give it a try. That slaps. That is so creamy. And then you have that sweet sauce. There is nuts in this. It gives it a nice crunch texture. And it's definitely like it's saffron, but it's like, that is pistachio cake at the bottom for sure, with pistachios. This is excellent. This is really, really good. It's super light too, and just so many great flavors in this. Wow. Morocco usually has some really good food, and people always sleep on Morocco. Don't sleep on Morocco. Made it to Japan at the Hanami Kitchen. Back again this year is the very popular frushi, which is sushi but with just fruits. But new this year is the Hanami sushi. It's assorted sushi with lemon curd salmon, soy marinated tuna, and cured mackerel. And also new this year is the creamy shrimp udon soup with shrimp and spring vegetables. Over at the American Adventure Pavilion at the funnel cake stand. The Specialty Festival funnel cake this year is a banana split funnel cake topped with banana chocolate chip ice cream, whipped cream, diced strawberries, and a maraschino cherry drizzled with chocolate syrup. Made it to the American Adventure Pavilion, and we are gonna hit up Magnolia Terrace because they have a brand new menu. Here are the new items at Magnolia Terrace. First here we have the muffaletta panini with ham, salami, mortadella, provolone, and Swiss with an olive salad. Next up we have the crawfish pie. And for dessert we have the bananas Foster bread pudding. Okay, let's first try the panini. Oh wow. Oh, this is really good. And it's spicy. Like it's spicy. Like it's not like where I can't handle it because I can handle real spice, but like I am wanting water. That's really good. All of the flavors in here from the meats are perfect, and the bite is great, and this bread is super crispy, and I love the like salt of the olive and then that heat. I am honestly impressed. I don't find much heat in Disney World, and I like that this is like a fun like sandwich that you could like get as part of a festival. I feel like there's never really something like this, and I love this. This might be one of my favorites of the festival. Well, I definitely recommend this, but if you cannot handle spice, then I do not recommend it, but if you do, absolutely. All right, I'm really curious about this crawfish pie. I tried crawfish once before, and I enjoyed it. It just fell in my hand. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Ooh, that's good. And it came out really hot too. It's not very fishy. It's very similar to like, honestly, can I tell you what it reminds me of? There are certain like dishes at a Chinese restaurant that I go to that like have lobster mixed in like a gravy sauce, and that's kind of like what it reminds me of. It's not that fishy, but obviously if you don't like fish, then this is not for you, but really good flavors, really creamy and gravy with the gravy, and then you get the little crunch from the pastry. I very much enjoyed that. Let's try the Bananas Foster's bread pudding. That is the inside. Wow, that is so good. Oh my God, I was not expecting that to be this good. First of all, this caramel sauce on it is so creamy and is just so flavorful, so flavorful. And then the bread is so warm, and you have that fresh banana, and everything's just like warm and ooey gooey, great flavors. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. This is so good. This is my favorite thing at this booth for sure. Like if you're gonna get one thing at this booth, it's this. I mean, I liked everything. I even loved everything. But this, like I would get this again in a few hours. It's that good. Absolutely amazing. Made it to Italy to the Primavera Kitchen, which has a brand new menu this year. Here they are offering a Caesar con gambert, which is baby gem lettuce, shrimp, Caesar dressing, and crispy bread crumble. A tortellini primavera, which is spinach tortellini, sweet butter pancetta, corn, peas, and fava beans. And a chocolate hazelnut pudding with cookie crumble, like a little worm in dirt. Look at the baby plant they gave me. Isn't that adorable? With the dirt on the top and the worm. Look at this. I look like a real farmer now. All right, let's give it a try. Lots of chocolate today. Nice and cold at the bottom. Nice cookie crumble on top like an Oreo. And then the reason why I really wanted this was for a gummy worm. I love gummy worms. This is adorable. Made it to Germany for the Bauern Market, which means farmer's market in German. It is the same menu as last year, that toasted pretzel bread, the warm cheese strudel, and back for the Garden Graze again this year is the potato pancakes. So come back for my Garden Graze video to see those. In between Germany and China is Refreshment Outpost, and back again this year for the festival is the pineapple skewer with the tahine seasoning. It's just a nice grilled piece of pineapple with the seasoning, good flavors, very refreshing on a very hot Epcot day. Made it to China for the Lotus House booth. Everything is the same as last year. You have that spicy mala chicken skewer, the house-made cheesy crab wontons, aka crab rangoon, and a pan-fried vegetable dumpling. And finally, Jardín de Fiestas, the Mexico booth. Back again this year is the Taco Vampiro. They do have a new quesadilla. It's a house-made masa tortillas with squash blossoms, bacon, onion, zucchini, and cheese. And they are offering 2 brand new margaritas as well. All 4 Joffreys in the park have a festival drink. Let's check them out, starting with the Joffreys over by Mission Space and Guardians of the Galaxy. The sign is not yet out, but this Joffrey's is offering the exotic lemon tea. It's frozen lemon and iced tea with exotic berry notes. Joffrey's by the entrance to World Showcase. The sign isn't out, but they are offering a orange cold brew. So it's French roast cold brew with orange syrup, vanilla syrup, a little cream, whipped cream, and toasted coconut. Over at the American Adventure Joffrey's, sign also is not out, but this is where you can get the key lime cold brew. It's cold brew with key lime syrup, white chocolate with a splash of cream, whipped cream, and graham cracker crumbs. Over at Joffrey's in Canada, they are offering the Melonade. It's a frozen lemon drink with a burst of watermelon. Also no picture right now. Let's head into the Creation Shop to check out the flower and garden merchandise. I am obsessed with this 70s aesthetic that they're doing for the festival this year. It is absolutely beautiful. I love these colors. All right, let's do rapid fire flower and garden merch. Spreading the Sunshine Spirit jersey, $79.99. T-shirt, $39.99. Tank top, $39.99. Shorts, $39.99. Hat, $29.99. Mug, $19.99. Corksicle tumbler, $44.99. Loungefly bag, $85. Orangeburg magic band, $34.99. This super heavy decorative orange bird piece is $29.99. Orange bird tree stump planter is $34.99. Salt and pepper shaker that looks like a Disney trash can, $12.99. Tumbler, $29.99. Salt and pepper shaker that looks like a Disney trash can is $12.99. A figment glass terrarium, $29.99. Flower pot mug, $19.99. T-shirt, $34.99. Front knot t-shirt, $39.99. Magnet, $14.99. Trinket dish, $14.99. Crocs are $59.99. Bucket hat, $29.99. Exclusive flower and garden Snow White Dooney and Burke bag. Crossbody is $228, $298, and $298. Snow White tee, $44.99. Coaster set, $19.99. Snow White at the wishing well, $29.99. Snow White tumbler is $29.99. Gardening gloves, $14.99. Apron is $34.99. Ears are $34.99. Figment pin, $19.99. Orange bird pin, $19.99. Orange bird pin, $17.99. Other figment pin, $17.99. Snow White pin, $19.99. Let's check out the annual pass holder exclusive merch. Corksicle, $44.99. Pin set, $29.99. Shirt, $39.99. Pin, $19.99. And he swings. Pass holder pin, $17.99. Pass holder pin, $17.99. Figment Magic Band Plus for $54.99. And pass holder garden stakes for $24.99. An orange bird ornament for $24.99. Well, my dudes, that was Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival 2023, or as my aunt calls it, the Flower Show. I had a great time. I think this festival is really awesome. I think they really did an amazing job this year, especially with the food. The food game really like bumped way up. I was so impressed. Make sure to come back and watch that Garden Graze video premiering on March 5th to check out those menu items. We ate so much today. I am exhausted, and it was really hot for March 1st. Last year, on the first day of the festival, it was kind of like nice out and a little cool. It was hot today, which makes me very nervous for our next festival, Food and Wine, which will be in July. And last year was really bad, where I thought I was going to pass out. So we're gonna have to make a game plan for Food and Wine to survive that whole day, but let's put that for Demi in the future's problem, and let's just end this on a happy, what a great festival day. I love everything about this festival, the topiaries, the flowers, everything smells beautiful, the butterfly exhibit is gorgeous, food was top tier. I mean, you really just can't beat Flower and Garden Festival. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit your bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out the Patreon, become a patron, you'll get exclusive bonus content, bonus lives, a free dining guide to Walt Disney World by Disney for Foodies, access to the Discord, help with trip planning, and so much more. And you'll be helping me to continue bringing you great content like this to this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys can do some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.